Hi, this is Preeti Susarla. Onset of summer with heat of exams, a very suffocating point to parents and students. So here are a few tips and techniques along with 10 days before exam, before the exam day and on the exam day, so that you can feel a bit better to present your exams in a beautiful manner. First point, when the exam is very on and it is very near as a span of 10 to 15 days, it is the best option to select how to read and what topics to be read. So in this pattern, the first topic comes like this. So when you are about to take the topics to read, never go with all the textbook at a time, so that you don't never feel that you can have your quick revision. So for this part, what are the points to be taken? The first point is, take the content page of every textbook and divide that content page into three types. First one is the first content which you can give only one revision, quick revision, in the sense there isn't any necessary to go through the complete concept as you are not having any idea of that. So this is first content. Now coming to the second one, tick that points where you have to go for two revisions. In the sense, most important point, this is the one where you have to apply your brain for some time to read it. Next, third one, topics which you have to give more than 2 to 3 times revision, means it is not there in your brain that these contents are flexible to your brain, right? So these are the 3 points to be taken. First point, that there isn't any revision or one time revision is enough. So that content you have to take it out. Second part, 2 times revision, in the sense content is there in your brain. Concept, if you go for 2 time revision, you will get it. Final one, the part which is not there in your brain and it takes lots of time to take a revision. So in this pattern, if you divide the content page, it will become very easy for you. So first of all, keep aside of the second and third content division and take the first content division. So in this, when you have all the topics in your brain very easily, now take a white paper or white notes and keep it aside and go with a content and concept wise point. So while reading the textbook, keep this aside, your notebook, and start taking the tidbits. This is nothing but quick revision process, where if you see those tidbits, you will get the concept of everything into your brain and you can understand the points. So just note all the tidbits like side headings when you are going through the topic. Now coming to the second point. In this quick revision part of the very known things, go for PYQs, previous year questions. What are the topics are there? What topics are mentioned in that? How they have given the questions, the version of question paper, and how can you present the answers, all these things. Make a note of it. Later, third point to be remembered, take the blueprint and see what all one-time revision, quick revision part is there. According to the blueprint, how many marks are given to those lessons. So make a note of all these points aside, so that in this revision you can understand how much time you have to give to that every part and how much time you can spend to that every part. So this is the first part of content, in the sense where no much revision is necessary, you already know the content and concept of that particular lessons. Now coming to the second one. The second one is, you need to have 1 or 2 times revision, means you are having an idea of the concept but you have to brush the concept very fine. So in this pattern, take that content and again take the book. Here, instead of going with tidbits only, make a mind map of that. Make a mind map of every concept, in the sense by seeing the mind map of that you can get into your brain that what you have to do and how you can make it done. So in the same pattern, go for PYQs and how it is mentioned, and quick revision, what are the topics they have given in this pattern you can see. Final thing, go for blueprint. So once if you see the marks given to that also, then you can understand topic which you have to give more important criteria, and you can make the content very flexible to you to write it. So these are first and second. Now coming to the third version. Here this is, you need to have much time for this, so that because you are not having the concept in your brain. So even in that you select the points. You select the content that, for example, 3 contents are there, 3 concepts are there. In these 3 concepts, select only one or one and of topic which can reach your brain very easily with 1 or 2 times revision. So basing on that, the same pattern of revision technique you can go and you can apply it. Remember carefully, here point to be noted is PYQs, blueprint, quick revision method. These 3 should be noted very well, because without these 3 things you cannot work it out. Next important point, here subject categorized revision. This is content categorized revision, subject categorized revision. Here math, science, social sciences, these 3. So these are how you can make as a revision. For science and social sciences, diagrams, map pointing, 1 mark bits and MCQs will take the major criterial role. Right? If you are well versed with these topics, you can gain full marks in this. Right? So remember carefully, you have to have a very good idea about all these things. For example, thing is map pointing, diagrams, 1 mark questions, MCQs and any other points are there. So make sure that you are very effective in these areas. Next, coming to languages. Here language, most important point, never write pages and pages for languages, because for every mistake they'll count the marks and they'll reduce the marks. So sincere advice, not to write pages, pages, pages. So simple and short answers will be the most sufficient one for languages. Number 1. Number 2, quick revision of lessons is important other than reading any workbook, because antonyms, synonyms, grammatical points and all what are the other stuff is there, you can get only from the textbook. This is regarding languages. Concentrate more on writing less, because in language you can earn more points when you write less. The reason for this, as I said, you will be losing marks very easily if you write more. If the concept is crispy, you can get good marks. If you extend the concept, you will lose marks. Right? This is about your language pattern. So while preparing for exams, divide these subjects like this, group subjects and language subjects. Follow these techniques so that you can understand very easily how you can go through and how you can present the exam. Final point for mathematics. For this mathematics, simple techniques. Revise all, means keep the rules and regulations of all 4 mathematical equations. Most important, HCF, GD, next LCM, such type of things, because minute answers will take the part and you will lose the mark. Next, theorems and most important point, constructions and statistics. You can gain good marks from that. Statistic paper, one or two questions, try to answer it, and construction part, in the sense geometry part. You can get good marks from these 2. And along with this, you prepare well with 1 mark questions and MCQs. These are the places where you can score marks easily. You can not have any point to be taken out from the answers what you have written. Right? This is how you can prepare. Remember careful MCQs, PYQs and most of very frequently asked questions, blueprint. Make this as a mind map and work it out. All the best for your exams.